area is becoming more relevant in today's increasingly fragile global security environment, as the scope of our defense cooperation, in addition to building corvettes, spans from upgrading submarines to training aircrafts and sales of helicopters. Pakistan possesses a strategic location in South Asia, which is among the world's most critical and cross-cutting lines in the world. With its ancient culture and wealth, this region has been the center of global attention and the apple of the world's eye throughout history, in particular in the wake of the pandemic, which has put enormous stress on the global supply chains. Similarly, Turkey and Pakistan, faced with various challenges such as cross-border terrorism due to the instabilities in its close region. We know that our Pakistani brothers and sisters have to fight against multiple threats simultaneously, particularly attacks by terrorist organizations. As a country that has been fighting against every form of terrorism for nearly 40 years, we are well aware of the pain the Pakistani people have suffered and the prices they have paid. I should here emphasize that we should understand the objectives of terrorists, analyze them, and act just to the opposite what they intend to make us to behave in a certain direction. It is very important to understand the terrorism and what is behind their actions, and do not act according to their expectations, but just act according opposite of what they are expecting. We should unite. We should together fight against terrorism. We should clearly differentiate terrorists and normal people and do everything to defeat them, to harm our security. Honorable Prime Minister, esteemed participants, Turkey has become a major global actor in its region following the recent leap forwards achieved particularly in defense capabilities. Turkey has reduced the foreign dependency in defense industry from around 80% to some 20% in a short span of time of 20 years. And here I should underline that political will of our President Recep Tayyip Erdogan was a determining factor in this great achievement, of course, together with very valuable technical work. The number of the defense projects, which was merely 62 in 2002, has today surpassed 850. We have now reached $90 billion volume in defense projects, including the ones at tender phase, from $5.5 billion back in 2002. Turkish defense exports totaled $2.4 billion in the first half of 2023, and we are expected to reach $6 billion by the end of this year. And our objective is to surpass $10 billion by the year 2028. Owing to these advancements, Turkish shipping industry blossomed over the 20 years as well. We are now among the top 10 countries which produce warships. Turkish national defense industry projects were exhibited at EDEF 23 16th International Defense Industry Fair held in Istanbul last week. And I made the opening speech of this fair as well. And I have seen how, developed this fair is now. Each year it is building new projects and new participants. National Combat Aircraft, Kaan, Unmanned Fighter Aircraft, Kızıl Elma, Unmanned Combat Aerial Vehicles, Atak Helicopters, the Jet Training and Light Attack Aircraft, Hürjet, Unmanned Sea Vehicles projects, and many more national defense projects exhibited and important cooperation agreements signed during this fair. Turkey, beyond its own needs, also builds ships for many developed countries in the world too. With the capacity we have developed in defense industry, we have the capability to manage the processes we are involved in according to our own will, without feeling the need to seek anyone's permission. There is a saying in Turkish, the bad house owner make you own your own house. You know, in the past, we paid our money to buy certain defense industry products, and we were rejected. But now, alhamdulillah, we are able to produce our own. So this independence in defense industry is also a critical element for political independence. The establishment of global peace and stability depends on establishing a fair balance in the defense industries. We believe that as we develop our national defense industry under the leadership of President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, our contribution to regional and world peace will increase. Based on this approach, Turkey is always ready to offer the knowledge, experience, and technology that gained in the defense industry to friendly countries. Our joint projects with Pakistan are good examples of this approach. Honorable Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif, esteemed participants, our brotherhood obliges us to contribute to your efforts for strengthening Pakistan's military infrastructure and vice versa. With this understanding, we have ensured that the project to construct 4 Milgem-class corvettes for the Pakistan Navy has continued without any delay and within the limits of the schedule. The ships, of which 2 were constructed in Pakistan and 2 others in Turkey, have been constructed one by one, and we have just observed the launching of the 4th ship. In 2021, our President attended the launching ceremony of the PNS Babur corvette in Istanbul with President Dr. Alvi. In May 2022, the launching ceremony of the PNS Badr corvette was held in Karachi, where our President sent a video message. Again, last year in November, PNS Khaybar corvette was launched in Istanbul during a ceremony attended by President Erdogan and Prime Minister Sharif. And on this day, we are full of joy as we witnessed the launching ceremony of the 4th and final corvette of the PN Milgem project, PNS Tariq in Karachi. All of these ships are equipped with cutting-edge sensors and weapon systems developed by Turkish defense industry. These 4 ships, capable of undertaking a wide range of military operations, ranging from air defense to submarine defense, will be delivered at 6-month intervals, and the first delivery will start soon. I strongly believe that all ships will be delivered to Pakistan Navy on the scheduled dates, the first of which will be this year. And thanks to their state-of-the-art technologies, they will take on successful missions as game changers. We see the Pakistan Milgem project, which demonstrates our willingness to share our expertise in the defense industry with our friends, as a precursor to greater collaborations between our countries. This is just an example, a good example, but this project should not be the last project, of course. We should have many more projects and collaborate more in defense industries. Indeed, we continue to cooperate with our Pakistani brothers and sisters on a number of other defense industry projects, including helicopters and aircrafts. Realizing these projects gradually will strengthen and solidify our relationship. Besides friendly relationships, besides our brotherhood, collaborations on defense projects do also create economies of scale and reduce overall cost of defense procurement. We believe that our country's recent consolidation of defense interests signifies a convergence of the national interests of both our nations in security as well as economy fields. Last but not least, collaboration and progress in defense industries also provide an opportunity to collaborate in civilian industries. When you look at the history, many technologies were developed in defense industries and then they were transferred to civilian industries. So defense industries is not just an element for security, they are also important for economic welfare of our peoples. Honorable Prime Minister Sharif and esteemed participants, I hope that Almighty Allah will enlighten us on this path. On behalf of Honorable President Erdogan, I would like to thank all authorities and stakeholders for their contributions to Milgem project, and I congratulate once again the Turkish and Pakistani workers, technicians and engineers, of course the commanders, and who have worked hard in this whole process. I wish this project, which we regard as one of the most concrete manifestations of deep-rooted ties between Turkey and Pakistan, to be auspicious for both of our nations. May Allah let fair winds and following seas for these distinguished ships and the friendship between Pakistan and Turkey to last forever. Pakistan, Turkey, dosti zindabad.
में पाक बहरिया के जंगी जहाज PNS तारिक की लॉन्चिंग तकरीब जारी है और तुर्की के नायब सदर जोदित यलमास खिताब कर रहे थे। उनका ये कहना था कि पाकिस्तान और तुर्की बरादर मुल्क हैं और दोनों के दरमियान जो दोस्ती है वो मज़ीद मजबूत होती जा रही है। और अब शहबाज शरीफ खिताब करने आए हैं।
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। ब्रदर जोदित, Vice President of our brotherly country, Turkey, Deputy Defense Minister, Dr. Jalal Sami, Chief of Naval Staff, Admiral Amjad Khan Niazi, Governor Sindh, Foreign Minister of Pakistan, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, Chief Minister of Sindh, Murad Ali Shah Sahab, Dr. Mehmet Pakali, our brother from Turkey as ambassador to Pakistan, federal ministers, and our brother from Turkey, Brother Burhan, Minister for Defense Production, Esrar Tareen, Minister for Maritime, Sayyid Faisal Sabzwari, Minister for Commerce, Sayyid Naveed Kamar, Mr. Ehsan Iqbal, Minister for Planning, Excellencies, honorable guests, officials from Pakistan Navy, and Managing Director Rear Admiral Salman Ilyas of Karachi Shipyard, और कराची शिपयार्ड के मेरे अजीम इंजीनियर्स भाई और टेक्नीशियंस और वर्कर्स, आप सबको मेरी तरफ से और सबकी तरफ से बहुत मुबारकबाद और सलाम आपको। Dear Brother Vice President, it's really a great pleasure to have you here along with your team members, our brothers from Turkey, on this ceremony of launching Miljam class warship PNS Tariq, and this is the fourth ship of this class and the second one built in Pakistan jointly by Messrs. Asfat Turkiye and Karachi Shipyard and Engineering Works. As we all know, the bilateral relations between Pakistan and Turkey are unique. They are deep-rooted and historic. We are united by a common faith, heritage, and civilization, and we share our perspective on regional and global issues. The relations between our two countries predate the establishment of Pakistan. Khilafat movement, as you know, it was waged by Muslims of the subcontinent to support our brothers and sisters in Turkey. And it was a great manifestation of how strongly we felt for our brothers and sisters in Turkey. Excellency, we celebrate each other's success stories and stand together in the face of challenges. We will never forget the visit of my brother, President Tayyip Erdogan, with his spouse, Madam Amine Tayyip Erdogan, during the most devastating floods of 2010. And I still vividly remember to accompany him to that part of Pakistan where water was flowing like a sea. And there, today we have Tayyip Erdogan Hospital, Madam Amine Tayyip Erdogan Public School, and houses for the affected families who are using those houses. And not only that, we know how funds were raised for affected people in Pakistan, in Istanbul, in Ankara, in Konya, Tabriz and other places. Public contributed hugely to support the people of Pakistan. And now recently, last year, we had climate change, out of climate change, flash floods, which hit this province of Sindh in a devastating manner and other parts of Pakistan. And again, our brothers from Turkey, President Tayyip Erdogan, was there to help us. And that was a very valuable and timely help. This is the level of our relationship, that we share each other's bounties and sorrows. Today's joint venture project is another example of our commitment to support each other, strengthen each other's industries, trade, and enhance our economic cooperation. Your Excellency, you have spoken at length in your excellent speech, and you have thrown light on all important aspects of our two countries. I will only add and say that let us do it now and start running on this wonderful journey of prosperity of the two countries. President Tayyip Erdogan is a great leader and has not only served his people with the outstanding record, which was reflected in his recent wonderful victory as President of Turkey. Your Excellency, I think this is high time that we further enhance our strategic cooperation and add on to this wonderful joint venture in many other areas. The Chief of Staff of our Navy, Admiral Amjad Niazi, is fully dedicated to ensure high quality maritime activities, and this Karachi port, Port Qasim, are very busy ports, but we need to really create linkage between Karachi and Gwadar, where business has just started, but it is a great destination to convert this into a huge business center, not only in this area but around the globe, in that we can again join hands, because CPEC, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, is a roaring success. We just had high-powered Chinese delegation, and we have signed and agreed to launch the second phase of CPEC. And this is going to be in multiple directions: green corridor and business corridors, special zones corridors, information technology corridor, and of course in many other areas. And this is bound to increase the quantum of business transactions and through sea and land between China and Pakistan, and in that Turkey is a natural partner. And we would like to invite, I've already proposed this to my brother President Tayyip Erdogan, and I would like to once again renew this invitation that let us join hands in this wonderful story of mutual joint progress and prosperity. I'd also like to thank President Tayyip Erdogan for all his support to this project, which has been completed on time. I would like to convey my sincere gratitude and thanks to Admiral Amjad Niazi, to Managing Director, Pakistan Shipyard and Works, Minister of Defense Production, and all our colleagues, officers, politicians, who have really contributed immensely to make sure this project is completed on time. But above all, I would like to, मैं आप सबका दिल की गहराइयों से शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहता हूँ, अपनी तरफ से, हुकूमत पाकिस्तान की तरफ से, नेवल चीफ की तरफ से, मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर शिपयार्ड की तरफ से और पूरे पाकिस्तान की तरफ से कि आपने अपनी शबाना रोज़ मेहनत और दिन रात जो आपने काविशें की हैं, along with our Turkish engineers and Turkish workers and Turkish company by the name of ASFED, along with Shipyard, जो आपने ये काविशें की हैं, ये तारीख़ इनको हमेशा सुनहरे हरूफ में याद रखेगी और आपकी ये मेहनत इंशाअल्लाह रंग लाएगी और पाकिस्तान की बर्री, बहरी और हवाई जो सरहदें हैं उनको महफूज करने के लिए आपका ये कारनामा ہمیشہ ایک آسان طریقے سے تاریخ یاد رکھے گی۔ میں ایک مرتبہ پھر آپ کو سلوٹ پیش کرتا ہوں اور آپ کے لیے بہت آپ کے لیے تالیاں۔ Finally, I'd like to say that because of this achievement and because of certain actors in the region trying to establish their hegemony and create sphere of influence, it is all the more important that we strengthen our navy and our maritime activities. For that, the government of Pakistan is fully geared to provide all resources at your disposal so that under your able leadership, this security is augmented and becomes ironclad for all times to come. I wish PNS Tariq and the men that will sail in her fair winds and following seas. I also wish KS and EW and SFAT all the best in their future endeavors. Pakistan, Turkey, friendship, Zindabad, Pak Turk Dosti, Paindabad. Thank you very much.
کراچی میں پاک بحریہ کے جنگی جہاز پی این ایس طارق کی لانچنگ کی تقریب وزیر
آپ کو علم ہے کہ جو شدید ہمیں مالی چیلنجز پچھلے ایک سال میں جس کا سامنا رہا، اس کا سب سے زیادہ بوجھ اس ملک کے غریب عوام پر پڑا۔ اس کے باوجود کہ وہ صبح فجر کی نماز پڑھ کے آپ رزق حلال کی تلاش کے لیے جاتے ہیں، لیکن زندگی بہت تنگ ہوئی۔ اس کی کئی وجوہات ہیں، میں اس پہ نہیں جا رہا اس وقت، یعنی بیرونی جو کساد بازاری، مہنگائی، تیل کی جو امپورٹ، اس کی قیمتیں آسمانوں سے باتیں کر رہی ہیں۔ پھر آپ میری تقاریر میں میری ٹوٹی پھوٹی باتیں آپ جانتے ہیں جو کہ میں دل کی اتھاہ گہرائیوں سے کرتا ہوں، لیکن آج آپ کی اس کاوش اور محنت کو دل سے تسلیم کرتے ہوئے اور خوشی کا اظہار کرتے ہوئے اور آپ کی جو حوصلے ہیں ان کو اور بڑھانے کے لیے تمام تر مالی مشکلات کے باوجود میں آپ کے لیے آپ کی جو لیڈرشپ ہے ان کے ذریعے میں آپ کے لیے 20 کروڑ روپے کا تحفہ لایا ہوں۔ جو کہ مجھے یقین ہے کہ جو ہمارے نیول چیف ہیں امجد نیازی صاحب اور ریئر ایڈمرل الیاس صاحب، یہ اس کی تقسیم جو انصاف اور حصہ بقدر جسہ آپ کے حوالے کریں گے۔ اللہ تعالیٰ آپ سب کو خوش رکھے۔ آپ پاکستان کے عظیم معمار ہیں۔ پاکستان پائندہ باد۔
وزیر اعظم شہباز شریف تقریب سے خطاب کر رہے تھے۔ پاک بحریہ کے جنگی جہاز پی این ایس طارق کی لانچنگ کی یہ تقریب تھی اور وزیر اعظم شہباز شریف کی جانب سے 20 کروڑ کی رقم کا بھی اعلان کیا گیا ہے۔ ان کا یہ کہنا ہے کہ بطور تحفہ میں یہ رقم آپ کو دیے جا رہا ہوں اور میں یہ امید کرتا ہوں کہ اس کی منصفانہ تقسیم سبھی میں کی جائے گی۔ اور پاک بحریہ کے جدید جنگی آلات سے لیس جنگی بحری جہاز پی این ایس طارق کو لانچ کر دیا گیا۔ کراچی شپ یارڈ خصوصی تقریب میں جہاز کو گہرے پانیوں کے سپرد کیا گیا۔ پی این ایس طارق ترکیے کے تعاون سے کراچی شپ یارڈ میں تیار کیا گیا۔
पाक बहरिया की हरबी सलाहियतों में बेमिसाल इजाफा। जदीद जंगी आलात से लैस जंगी बहरी जहाज PNS तारिक को लॉन्च कर दिया गया। कराची शिपयार्ड पर खुसूसी तकरीब हुई। जदीद तरीन जंगी बहरी जहाज को गहरे पानियों के सुपुर्द किया गया। PNS तारिक एक कसीरुल मकासद जंगी बहरी जहाज है जो सतह-ए-आब, ज़ेर-ए-आब और फ़िज़ाई ऑपरेशन सर अंजाम देने की सलाहियत रखता है। ये बहरी जहाज जदीद तरीन सेंसर से लैस है।
उस जहाज को इस वक्त हमने आउटफिटिंग उसकी तकरीबन कंप्लीट कर ली है और इस वक्त हमारा शिप पे मौजूद है वो जहाज़, और उसके ऊपर हम ट्रायल शुरू करने वाले हैं। उसके इंशाल्लाह ताला हम अगस्त के महीने में हमारा इरादा है कि हम हार्बर एक्सेप्टेंस ट्रायल्स की तरफ ले जाएं इसको।
PNS तारिक तुर्किया के ताउन से कराची शिपयार्ड में तैयार किया गया है। इस मंसूबे में टेक्नोलॉजी की मुंतकली भी शामिल है।
और पाकिस्तान नेवी के लिए आज बहुत ही यादगार और पाकिस्तानियों के लिए बड़ा आज शानदार दिन है कि पाकिस्तान की बहरी ताकत में मजीद इजाफा हुआ है। पाक बहरिया के जदीद जंगी आलात से लैस जंगी बहरी जहाज PNS तारिक को लॉन्च कर दिया गया है। वज़ीर आज़म शहबाज शरीफ और तुर्किया के नायब सदर सादात यल्माज़ आज इस तकरीब के मेहमान खुसूसी थे। नेवल चीफ एडमिरल अमजद खान न्याजी ने कराची शिपयार्ड में लॉन्चिंग तकरीब में भी शरीक हुए। रेयर एडमिरल रिटायर्ड सलीम अख्तर साहब इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं, उनसे इस सूरत पर बात करेंगे। बहुत शुक्रिया सलीम अख्तर साहब आपके वक्त का। ये आज पाकिस्तान के बहरी बेड़े में एक नया और जदीद जहाज शामिल हुआ है। किस तरह से आप देख रहे हैं कि पाकिस्तान की जो नेवी की ताकत है, बहरी ताकत है, उसमें कितना ये इजाफा है?
जी हाँ, ये तो देखें पाक बहरिया ने तो काफ़ी अरसे से अपनी जो है कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग शुरू की हुई है, और ये मिल्जियम क्लास कॉर्वेट जो है ये भी एक स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट वेपन्स और सिस्टम के साथ लैस है। तो इसकी एडिशन से जो पाक बहरिया की अरबी सलाहियतें हैं उनमें काफ़ी इजाफा होगा, और हमें ज़रूरत भी है इन प्लेटफॉर्म्स की, क्योंकि आपको पता है शुमाली बहर अरब में काफ़ी एक बिजी रीजन है। यहाँ सारी दुनिया के मुख्तलिफ जो है अपना शिप्स और वो अपने अपने इंटरेस्ट को गार्ड कर रहे हैं। प्लस ये आगे चल के सीपैक जो है वो पाक बहरिया ने सीवर डिफेंस जो है वो देना है, उसके लिए भी ये बड़ा करामत साबित होगा। और इसमें जो सबसे अच्छी बात है ना वो ये है कि इसके साथ ट्रांसफर ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी और डिजाइन फीचर्स को भी साथ शामिल किया गया है। तो इससे ये है कि फ्यूचर में आंदा आके जो है पाक बहरिया खुद भी जहाज जो है वो खुद तैयार करने की सलाहियत तैयार कर सकती है।
अच्छा।
और तो उस लिहाज से देखा जाए तो जितने मैरीटाइम चैलेंजेस है सब कुछ है उसके लिए, और मैरीटाइम फ्रंटियर्स को सेफ गार्ड करने के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी था कि हमारे पास कोई जदीद किस्म का प्लेटफॉर्म हो।
तो